What is up, folks? The last match ended on a high note with us scoring 61 with a 200-ish strike rate, and we won the game by a small margin of 4 runs up against the Rajasthan Royals. We are now at 5th, so that's good. We have the same amount of points as the rest of the people in the top 4, so it's just a matter of catching up in terms of net run rate, because the last game definitely didn't help, even though we won. So we have to win big this time. We have to score like 220, 230, and hopefully the opposition fails and we get them out for 170-ish. And how much did they score? Let me just wait for the thing. They scored 159. And same intent. We're not gonna change anything. Up, go back, go back, go back! Bro, why are you doing it? Exactly. We've got to stay till the end and see our team all the way. You got to see him cross the line. 4. I know earlier I said, they should add the impact rule and all that, but I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the impact rule anymore in the IPL itself. So if they're not going to have it in the IPL, they shouldn't have it in the game either, so it's fine if they don't add it. Because, I read, on Cricinfo, they were saying they were going to have a Champions League. The Champions League is going to come back. So if the Champions League is going to come back, then you can't have the impact player rule. Yep. Because the impact player rule doesn't exist in any other league. Because they were the BCCI was in discussions. We're talking to the Australian Cricket Board and the English Cricket Board. So if they're gonna have the 100, the IPL and the Big Bash play, then you can't have that rule. And another thing that I also had another doubt was why in the world do they have? How are they gonna have the 100 play in the Champions League? Because the 100 is a 100-ball competition. It's not a T20. I mean, yeah, it's only 100. It's only 20 balls difference, but the whole the way it's played is completely different. Yep. No ball, so we take a single. It's actually confusing. I'm not even gonna go into discussion. It's like, how are they supposed to look at How are they supposed to get these things to work out? Because their T20 league, I forgot what it's called, but it's not even like a premier league anymore. Because they have the 100 valued over that. Whereas for India, it's the IPL, and for Australia, the Big Bash. So they can't really bring in the 100. Yep. There's no way they're going to win, because their mindset is different. Based on what I've seen, every single game they look at it. The way that I saw it is they take it ball by ball, because you can't look at it over by over, because you're used to looking at it over to if you look at it in an over. Oh shit! What the heck? I thought I could just talk about this and be calm and composed and take it all the way, but all right, we'll skip. All right, we beat them. And yeah, as I was saying earlier, it's very interesting to have these kind of discussions to see where the Champions League is going to go, where the future of cricket's going to go, where the future of T20 cricket's going to go, which format is going to be valued over which format. Obviously, the OG cricket fans will value the Test format over anything. But if you try to, place these ICT trophies in order from most to least valued or something, I would always say the ICC ODI World Cup, the 50 over World Cup. The 50 over World Cup will always be the premier World Cup. You could win 5 T20 World Cups, but that is nothing. That means nothing. If you win, you can't say one T20 World Cup is equivalent to one ODI or something like that. Not even 5 would be equivalent, because a World Cup comes every 4 years. So when you have a T20 World Cup every 2 years, it doesn't really make sense. It's not really a World Cup, is it? But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, he's out, whatever. But at the same time, you know, if you look at it, I mean, it's not the same. Like I was about to say, you know, there's different formats when it comes to, not formats, there's like different versions. Like for people who do track, there's 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 or something, right? Similarly, in cricket, you have a game that goes on for 5 days. You have a game that goes on for one whole day, like 50 overs, and then there's a 20 overs version. And they have a T-Twin and all of that. But obviously, there's only 3 versions that are, you know, acknowledged officially by the ICC, and that's why there's, you know, trophies for each version. There isn't a trophy for the T10 for a reason. So, if they, you know, if you look at it from that perspective, the T20 World Cup is like the 100 meters dash, right? Everyone wants to watch that one. Everyone's obsessed over that, and you know that's why Usain Bolt is very popular, and no one really remembers the names of people who won the other track and field events, right? That's obvious. Everyone wants to watch the shortest version to get the most entertainment out of it. That's just how it works. So that's why T20 is the fastest growing version of the sport. But that doesn't mean that is the most important, right? I mean, for some countries, they would value it as the World Cup because you're not going to see a USA or Canada play. I mean, yeah, Canada did play before, but like now, it's difficult for Canada to make it to the ODI World Cup. You're definitely not going to see them in the test thing. It's kind of weird how the West Indies are part of the test championship thing, but they didn't make it to the ODI World Cup or the T20 last time. They did now. So it's kind of weird. There's really no rules or anything. What I would want to see for this sport to really grow is have the opportunity for a minnow team to play up against a big team and a qualifying thing. Just like, you know, how they do it in FIFA World Cup qualifiers. There's a chance for Brazil. There's a chance for Argentina to get knocked out. You know, Italy won the World Cup like 4 times, but they didn't play the last 2 World Cups. But they won the Euros. So, yeah. Similarly, if they could do something. I mean, we did see things like that in T20 format. Sri Lanka won the Asia Cup, beating giants like India, Pakistan. But they didn't make it to the Super 8 or whatever stage it was, Super 12s or whatever. They didn't make it to that stage of the T20 World Cup. So that's pretty much them getting knocked out. But, yeah, I mean, I think T20 is going to have to grow first, and then that'll eventually lead up to the growth of the ODI format. But we'll have to wait. You know, that's the reason why I'm kind of hyped for this T20 World Cup, because, you know, they have 20 teams now. And we can finally see teams like Uganda playing. And it's going to be nice for them too, because they're going to be going up against these bigger teams, and they'll meet players that they've probably watched on TV and, you know, aspired to play against or play with. And also the the India squad came out. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that here. I plan on doing like a podcast, so I'll probably do that there. So, yeah, you guys can check that out when it releases. Like when I actually do the episode, if I do it. I want to do it, I have a plan to, but I haven't been consistent in general with making content on my channel, and this is probably the first time in a long time where I've kind of been consistent, and I'm posting these episodes of Virat Kohli. So I kind of want to, you know, do this. I want to prioritize this over that. And if I do that, then I'll slowly build a habit of making videos and being consistent. And then once I do that, I can then have these other series or whatever. Because I plan on doing a series for the Ultimate Team as well. I never really made a successful series on that. It was kind of there and people watched it, I guess. I mean, I don't know how many people actually watched it, because it doesn't have a ton of views or anything, but you might be thinking, what the heck, why is this guy like playing slowly? And that's because we lost 3 wickets. And I just want to save myself until the end. You know, I just said that and I jinxed myself. I said I want to stay there till the end, and look at what I did. Boom. This is just terrible. Yeah, 141, last over. Yashdayal and Akashdeep. Alright, Yashdayal, give Akashdeep the strike. Alright, Akashdeep, you got 5 deliveries. Don't get out. And hit them all for boundaries. Alright, that's fine. We got 4 more deliveries. Okay. You got 3 more deliveries. I'm just going to be saying this. And only a single. So we have 2 more deliveries left. 2 more deliveries, and let's just get it to 145. Maybe that's not too much to ask for, right? Maybe that is way too much to ask, because they're not even able to touch the ball with the bat. Like, what the heck? Yeah, this is just too much. No, don't walk like you literally did something. All right, so yeah, this is terrible. 143. And I want to simulate and still have that career player option there. So just in case Faf wants me to bowl, I can roll my arm over. Oh, look at that. No, they're gonna win. Oh, man. They won. I usually only watch the last over, so I mean, we did good trying to pick up wickets, but yeah, they found a way, like they always do. The Chennai Super Kings. Oh, they had Dhoni. What the heck? Obviously they were gonna win. Dhoni and Thakur. So yeah, that's wait. Ooh.